A gigantic power rumbled through the 12 universes, and this power was able to reach the realm of Zeno-sama, which would be surprised by the incredible power that was unleashed.
Daishaken, whose power is all that? The power he's releasing is capable of overshadowing the power of the angels.
Give me a moment, great Zeno-sama. This warrior's releasing all that incredible power.
That subject must be from another multiverse to carry that power from the weakest multiverse is complete madness.
Daishaken, with his mental power, found the information of Kakarot. His surprise would be more to realize that all his power had achieved more than 50 mortal years, which is crazy. Daishaken's face represented terror.
Daishaken, what's wrong? Do you know who that gifted warrior is?
My lord, that warrior even falls short, since the warrior's a genius among geniuses. He's got to get power in less than a century.
What did you say? How long is that being learning to flow with the unnoticed of all the 12 universes?
I don't know, but apparently he's able to release all his power, realizing that his friends were about to die since Daishaken would instantly fall to the ground, recognizing the warrior in front of everyone else. This can't be. The fallen archangels have sealed millennia ago. They're part of the children, but because their heart contains pure evil, they're not able to follow the orders of their respective gods.
Daishaken, are these the angels of the 6 eliminated universes? It's not possible. We have not eliminated them, so not to break the balance. But in the seal we've sealed it, not even a king would be able to break it.
I agree with you, but for that reason, my impression is that we have to observe the battle that takes place, since the power of that guy named Kakarot's amazing. Completely red in his eyes, watching Susano, who were able to incredible murderous tension he was releasing, at the moment a large crust of ice was forming all around. I'm surprised by this essence you're releasing. Not fighting, but not to control to face me, because even though you increase your power, you don't have control. Only to be a time bomb. Kakarot, without saying anything, was able to plunge his fist into his stomach, sending him flying and destroying everything. Kakarot, without waiting for him to react, was able to throw an attack which would hit him squarely, leaving everyone surprised. The regeneration of his enemy was unreal, not for anything to consider the fallen archangels, but while he was regenerating, Kakarot would see with the cold gaze of Whis. Damn, I don't know if he's conscious, but if his attacks in this state are on me, he'll be able to end my life. Kakarot would put his hand on his shoulder, transmitting a little of his energy, which would be able to heal all of his wounds. Please take care and protect my friends. I'll take care of him. Kakarot, in a flash, disappeared in front of Susano, who was able to regenerate, watching Kakarot with a little fear. Damn it. Sealed by a million years, my power is not even 1/100th of my original. But I have to defeat an angel. I've never thought a mere mortal would be able to put me in trouble. Susano began to give him millions of blows, but this executed a great power. Kakarot's body didn't move in the slightest. Susano would stop attacking. He would raise his gaze a little. Observing Kakarot's cold face, just the same, he was able to see an incredible beast. Seeing his transformation was called the Super Saiyan 10, or even the forbidden power beyond a Saiyan, which allowed his opponents to feel terror just by looking into his eyes. No, this guy's not mortal. I have to be able to get along or he'll be able to end my life. Susano would try to escape, an act that surprised the deities, because even though his powers were able to cause emotion in their opponent, Susano's expression was one of terror. Hey Whis, how are you able to heal all of us on the verge of death? What's more is how did Kakarot get all that power? Answering your first question, Kakarot was able to heal me, which is why I was able to heal you, even while I didn't know where he's able to get all that power from. Susano was very far away, but even if as a simple cockroach, Susano would fall to the planet. That's right, Kakarot executed a heavy technique that would cause him to focus on his enemy, which despite Susano's power wasn't able to do anything against him, crawling like an insect. This can't be. I was supposed to be the top being, my power surpassing Daishaken's. You speak in a loud voice since I'm not able to hear it. What are you muttering? I don't care about that power since you won't be able to surpass my generation. If you break me in 1,000 pieces, I'll rebuild myself. That's interesting, since every time I test each of your skills, I hope that you'll be able to endure everything that I'll do to you. Kakarot, a few centimeters away, would give a loud roar, mixing lightning which would generate an incredible explosion to observe all over the place. While the smoke dissipated, he was able to see Susano, who on this occasion had large fractures all over his body, regenerating rapidly.
Heh, that's interesting. I'll be able to humiliate you before I end your life.
In the kingdom of the whole, Daisuke with Zeno-sama were surprised to realize this power of that subject. Even though Susano only has 10% of his power, or less, it should be enough to finish an angel with ease.
Indeed, who is this guy capable of humiliating him in such a way? Scares me the most is that you've informed me before their life cycle doesn't exceed a century, so even the gods train for millions of years.
I agree with you. Despite training for millions of years, they're not able to overcome their angels. This guy's able to overcome it in a matter of 50 years. It's amazing. Returning to the battlefield, the entire place was red because the blood of the enemy was spread over the place. Kakarot's aura would grow, changing the place completely.
You definitely possess regeneration, but this time, even though I'll start to suffer from your energy drain.
Even though you have the ability to finish me, now your real hell begins. You should have told me your power is beginning to decrease. Susano, using his power as well as his bravery, rushed against Kakarot, giving him millions of blows. He wasn't able to generate a single bit of damage. Kakarot held him by his head, destroying in his path, which had led him lying on the ground. Kakarot, with a powerful kick, ripped off his head, making his body fall to the ground.
I know you're still alive. You could regenerate, but look at this.
Kakarot, all over his arm, a great purple-colored energy would pulverize his body, which made Susano panic while regenerating his body quickly.
I have the power beyond the gods, so using destructive energy is easy for me. But with my current power, I have to take it to a new level. I'll be able to end your life completely.
Susano, knowing he'd die, would get on his knees begging for his life. Kakarot would hold him by his hair, giving him a blow to his stomach, completely crossing it.
The blow I've been able to connect with you will end your life completely. It doesn't matter, because right now, I'll end your suffering.
Kakarot would stretch out his hands, expelling destructive energy, pulverizing him, completely leaving nothing of him. Kakarot would come to his friends, but would fall out of combat, being held by the Prince of the Saiyans. Wow, I'm surprised the power you've been able to get, but I won't let you surpass me. I'll also be able to reach such a state. Whis, heal every one of Kakarot's wounds. If it hadn't been for him, every one of us would have died.
As you order, Mr. Beerus.
Whis would finish healing Kakarot's wounds, being called the beings of the Kingdom of All, who would observe everything that happened. Whis, Beerus, approach great Zeno-sama at this time.
As you order, Father, we'll be going to the kingdom of Zeno-sama.
Both deities at a great speed left for Zeno-sama's kingdom, being received by the great priest.
Father, how long have I not seen you? Tell me, what is the reason you've requested our presence?
The reason I've requested is due to the incredible warrior in your universe. That power he was able to possess an archangel, which is incredible for a mortal who doesn't exceed the century of training. Whis would explain everything since his battle against Lord Beerus, just as he was able to access the state of a Saiyan god. But despite getting all that power, Beerus with Kakarot was able to defeat Susano, the fallen archangel. From what I understand, that Saiyan was able to be born with the power beyond a god, just like the power of an angel since his power overcame everything.
You're right, Father. The Saiyan of Universe 7 Kakarot possesses a pure heart, so he has no fear, none of the 12 universes.
I have to be able to realize that, but don't worry, because what we really want is to have him, with his incredible power, be able to put much more of a barrier on the seal of the fallen archangels.
I understand. Susano's been able to escape, maybe in the same way the other 5 archangels will be able to get out of that seal.
You're right. 5 warriors with a power that's able to surpass Susano will be able to destroy the entire multiverse.
Indeed, we'll have to ask Kakarot at this time to move towards the planet Earth.
Both deities came to the planet Earth. There was a great banquet, to which Kakarot was able to defeat the warrior who almost eliminated the universe. But in the midst of this, the warriors Beerus and Whis would appear.
Kakarot, the powerful king of all requests your presence,
as well as your help, because the seal contained the 5 warriors even more powerful than Susano's cracked. With your great power, we should be able to contain it for all eternity.
That's unbelievable! Of course I'll help you! Let me get to that kingdom of the all!
The trio of warriors would leave, so instantly, Zeno-sama would stand in front of Kakarot.
I request your help. I, Zeno-sama, will grant you power beyond your limits, so you'll be able to seal them completely. I understand. I'll do everything in my power.
Kakarot would access the Super Saiyan 10, making everything around him tremble. Zeno-sama at the moment would expel a great power, sending it towards Kakarot's body. His muscular grown in a great way, so Kakarot would stand in front of the seal, releasing all that power, being able to reinforce it, and closing the crack through which Susano was able to escape.
I thank you. You'll be remembered as a legend. No matter the millions of years that pass, you'll be remembered as the Saiyan who eliminated a fallen Archangel.
Kakarot would return to planet Earth with his friends, enjoying a banquet which would be joined by the deities of Universe 7. Well guys, this is all for today's chapter. I hope you liked it and it was to your liking. Now don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment and subscribe. Now without further ado, see you in a new video. Until next time.